everybody. Happy Thursday. We are back with another NXT recap, running it back from head on head NXT that happened on Tuesday. Before we get into all that, I am Katrina, host and creator and in-cap we trust in various other many roles. And I am here with my tweeny twin, Shay Sawyer. How are you today?
First I was afraid. I was petrified. No, okay, nothing. I'm doing good. How are you?
I am fine. I do hope that the audience is aware that very quickly I'm gonna have to go into one. Hey, because it just started off. This show started off with shenanigans, and so I feel like I have to let it out and get it out of the way, and then we can talk about the greatness that was NXT and the greatness that apparently has somebody tweeting for 72 hours, unprovoked. So, 72 hours of like being, see, you guys are already starting. So this is why it's rant time, because clearly. So before I just need to put this up because this is how I'm feeling about Cody Rhodes being on my, we have to get right into it clearly because you guys want to do shenanigans. So NXT opens up with Cody Rhodes just coming in and like him being here during TV time. This was the perfect time truly for me to make a kitchen break. That's what you do during Cody Rhodes time. You go to the kitchen, you get snacks, you get your belly full, you have a conversation randomly at this point in time, you take a bathroom break, you do all these things during Cody Rhodes time. And I don't care if he was in charge. Why are we gonna do this? Because I don't care. I don't care about any of this. Why am I supposed to care? Hey, but why am I supposed to care that he's in charge? I don't care. I don't care about that. Okay, he was here messing up my TV time. Okay. But anyway, he comes out and announces the return of the men's breakout tournament and the Dusty Classic. And then he tells us, like anybody acts, this really could have been some tweets, truly, that he was going to be the guest general manager for NXT. And I'm just like, did we ask this? Like, why can't you do what somebody was doing for 72 hours and give us a tweet? He just gave us a tweet. I mean, fine. You can tweet this. We need you here for this. We truly do not need you here. But he was. And which wound up leading us to Dragunov coming out, said he respected Cody Rhodes. And during this of him trying to show some respect to Cody Rhodes, respect that he truly did not deserve, Dominic Mysterio and Rhea Ripley, my girl, who just had a birthday, so happy birthday, Queen, happy birthday. They arrived and pretty much challenged Dragunov, and so Cody made this match official with guest referee LA Knight, another person that nobody asked for. I do think, regardless, Dragunov did fine with Cody, and the pace moved pretty well. I don't know who thought his announcement was going to be anything major, because I did. I knew it was going to be nonsense. I think we all did. We all knew from last week that he was just going to be talking shenanigans, okay? And so here he was, again, just saying about the announcements we were all aware of. And so I guess this was a decent segment, I guess, to start off when it was supposed to be the first 30 minutes. No commercials in the first 30 minutes. Obviously, he also got his sparklers. It wasn't his regular pyro because, again, this is the NXT arena. Let's not play games. Cody's pyro is always extra, and so I was kind of glad because I'm like, now why are we playing? You know damn well I can't do this in this arena. And he didn't get a flip for mocking my girl. You don't be mocking Rhea. That's Queen right there. You'll be mocking her, okay? He lucky. And then apparently it was Dragunov's birthday as well, because the crowd was saying happy birthday. They were saying happy birthday to him, even though they never mentioned it. And I also did appreciate that, as always, when Dominic Mysterio is on somebody's TV, the crowd will surely boo him to no return every time. And so they booed him so much actually that Cody kind of had to keep like yapping to kind of get through that, honestly, because there was so much booing. But what were your thoughts on this opening segment?
I liked it. I mean, you know, I like Cody. I like Cody. I don't see, yeah. But yeah, no, it was a fun segment. I think he got the momentum and everyone kind of into it with his little sparklers, as you said. Like his little sparklers got the mood ready. And just Dominic, obviously, just seeing how the crowd is with him is just so funny to me every time. Like they will never take their foot off this man's neck, ever. And Dragunov, you gotta watch what you say, because when you said to Rhea that you were gonna smash Dominic, I had to take a double take. I really did. I was a little thrown off. I'm not gonna lie to you. The only thing that makes this sad is that Goatee wasn't able to be here and witness this great Tuesday episode. It's unfortunate. We miss him every day, and we hope to see him again. You know. But yeah, no, I really, I enjoyed this. This is fun. It's a nice start off, and you know, as you said, Dragunov did keep up with Cody. Like that's like, I was like, yeah, like as long as he keeps up, and he did. He did his thing. He really did. Dragunov is really that guy, like for real.
I just, no, I will not. I will not. Okay, this can be right now. Jigsaw axes me. I'm in some random abandoned building. He goes, Katrina, it's either like Cody or perish. And I'm going to perish with a smile on my face. Like, the world is kind of tough right now, truly. There's bills, there's shenanigans. You know what? Do what you need to do, Jigsaw. Do what you need to do. And so that's the level of where I'm going to be at with Cody Rhodes. Never. I just, see, I'm telling you, Roderick, he just be doing shenanigans like all the time. Because why? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Okay, why are we playing these kind of games? Okay, why are we doing this? But that's the vibes we are on with Cody Rhodes. And Steph, hey girly, I never liked Cody. This is like as I tell everybody who asks me this. This is years in. I never liked him in any gimmick. When he was Stardust, okay, when he had a little pedo stash, he had. When his hair was black, I liked no version of Cody Rhodes. He always irritated my soul. And then he went to AEW and got extra annoying. He got extra annoying. He was annoying in New Japan, just extra annoying. And then he came on back, and I was like, why? You could have stayed in AEW, because I don't watch that often. And so I don't need to see you. And now I am forced to see him because he's on a promotion I watch regularly. Craziness, crazy shenanigans. But just never was a fan. And as far as you mentioning the kids, my kitty is about to get adopted. Clearly, they don't know what the correct thing is. That my kids want to love Cody Rhodes. Okay, because yes, they was teasing me a lot on Tuesday. They really was. They almost got put up for adoption. Okay, they almost lost Christmas presents for these shenanigans. Okay, they were about to have nothing for Christmas. They were gonna have empty trees because shenanigans. Those are the vibes. But no, I like no version. It's nothing. Like I said, I am sure he's truly like a nice guy. But as far as giving, he really upsets me. Like every time I feel like him and like Baron Corbin a rage that for some reason I just feel rage. Well, they should have thought better. They should have said they want to just like my guy Andrew Garza, but want to like Cody Rhodes. It's crazy to me. It's crazy business. Okay, crazy business. How do you not like Andrew Garza, who is amazing, but you want like Cody Rhodes? Craziness.
You spreading lies. Now you spreading lies. What I said was the last time he was wrestling, I said I appreciate that he did it. He did his thing. Like I'm not a hater. I can dislike somebody, but if you do your thing, like I'm gonna give you your tens. I'm always gonna give you your roses. I'm still not gonna like you, but I'm gonna give you your roses. That's what I did for Hank. And I still think he needs to be on the front lines in the parking lot. Did you see how scared Jade was when she got out the car? She had to look both ways. The same thing with John. He didn't even park his car. He just drove up and ran in the building. He didn't even park his car. He was so scared.
I respect the weird queen. I respect her. She was definitely aware. She knows about the parking lot. But yes, no, I was gonna be a Grinch because they were doing shenanigans. They truly was. I was like, first of all, y'all already know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Hey, and y'all already started. Y'all starting already, and y'all know what it is. They was when I said they were gonna be on NXT, they were laughing all week. They was laughing all week. Okay, they was like, "Cool, mom," and so they almost lost Christmas. They truly did. It was gonna be a sad Christmas. But that's a good question, honestly, truly. But let's get into the first match of the night, which is some awesome ladies action with Asuka, Queen Asuka versus Roxanne Perez. And so I am truly a fan of Roxanne. She is my girlie, though I'm not too sure what her character is right now. I don't know what they're going with her character, and it makes me very sad because I felt like they were really on one and a good trajectory for her. And then after she lost to Tiffany, just need to let that marinate for a second. I don't know where she went with the feuds, but Asuka, Miss Undefeated of NXT, had made her return, and I was truly a fan of seeing what they were going to do. And so Shotzi did come out to join commentary and talk about not only that she'll be the hosting Halloween Havoc as she's been doing previously, night one, but she'll be accompanied by Scarlett. Who's another person but whatever, whatever. And so this was a pretty solid matchup for what it was. Roxanne fought pretty hard enough. She tried. She really did. She did. But Asuka's Asuka for a reason. She is the Empress for a reason. And she did a lot of series of kicks in hard-hitting stuff that really showcase what they can do. I do feel they should have had more time. It was about maybe almost 6 minutes. And while it was smooth in between spots, I do think it didn't reach the way it could have because this wasn't long enough. So for what it wasn't like terrible. Sorry guys, New York City. There was a moment where it was like they Roxanne and Asuka did like do different like roll up attempts. And then she got put into Asuka lock and almost lost then. But ultimately, Roxanne will fall when Asuka will do her roundhouse, does a roundhouse kick, and that pretty much ended it off for Roxanne. And then there was a 3 count. But then apparently, Kiana James did show up afterwards to kind of interfere. Hey, Corey. In that, and Shotzi wind up coming and saving Roxanne afterwards. Also, Asuka did show a sign of respect to Roxanne, which was really cool. But otherwise, this was a really solid. I love that move. This was a really solid match for the time we got. I do wish we got a little bit more because you bring Asuka back down, then you should let her really showcase. And it was kind of sad they didn't let her. But I know Roxanne was very happy to work with Asuka. You can just kind of tell in the way that match went. But otherwise, first match of the night, women's action, solid for what we got. What were your thoughts on this matchup?
No, I really liked it, but I feel like, I don't know if it was just me, but I felt like they didn't fully kick into gear. Like they were just kind of like holding back a bit. Like that's just kind of like the vibe I was getting a little bit. Like I felt like they definitely could have went harder, and they are capable of it, of course, but they weren't going full throttle. I don't know, something. Roxanne, I don't even know what, I mean, Jeffrey said, I mean, they want to turn her heel, or they will be eventually, but like, I don't know, like, right now she's giving like Apollo Crews, just like happy to be here type vibes right now, like just smiling, just out. Like I need some concrete type of like character to like come out for me to grasp onto, because she's an amazing wrestler. That's never going to change, but I just need a little bit more. That's just me.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you have to think about Apollo, and I think how much Apollo annoyed me while he was at NXT after a while because I didn't know what he was doing or where he was going. But I agree with regards. I wish they had some more time because it really could have been something if they didn't put it under the 6 minutes that they did. Um, but yes, I'm so happy she's undefeated, and I do like Roxanne. I just they need to figure out what they're going to go with her character. And the audience, I don't know why they're booing her. Like the audience don't be knowing what they want sometimes because there's no need to be booing her. Let's stop playing games. Um, but the next matchup was a pub rules match with Tyler Bate and the Brawling Boots versus Gallus. And so I thought this was really, really well done. Both teams did hype each other up backstage before the match, which enjoyed. Gallus will wind up attacking the Berlin Boost and Tyler Bate during the entrance, kind of to start the fight before it really got into it. There was a moment where Butch will stab Joe in the hand with a dart, which I was like, okay, Butch, do what you need to do. This did have like a first commercial break, I believe it was like 60 seconds right before the third. Like there was the first break during this. But I thought these were really good. There were moments also where all three, the Berlin Brutes and Tyler Bate did the beats of Barham on Gallus, which I love. You know, I love when Sheamus does that honestly. And so it was really nice to see just how well they really, really work together. Truly. But you know, there was a moment also that Wolfgang and Mark went down, and then they did like a triple. They then did like a triple power bomb with Joe through the table, which I thought was really well done. It was just so many good moments in this that I really enjoyed. But even with Gallus being, and they worked pretty well together, truly, I just felt like there really wasn't a match for Tyler and the Berlin Brutes. And I love seeing Tyler Bate and Butch work together. I truly do. They're so good. And I'm hoping that at some point they will bring Tyler Bate in. And I think because he does have chemistry already with Butch, that I think, his chemistry with Butch is even better than the chemistry Butch has with Rich Holland and with Sheamus because you can see this. You truly can. And so I hope at some point this will lead to Tyler Bate going up with Butch when that happens. But it was a pure with chaos. It was like so many moments that was just really, really well done. I do, and I'm gonna even say this might have should have been the opening match, just because it was just really a lot happening with this. With that being said, Tyler Bate, Butch and Ridge wind up winning this matchup. Again, really, really, really well done. And I think, if anything, the fact that they were able to just pull this off, it just everything was so well done in this matchup. Definitely one of my favorite matches of the night. I actually enjoyed this, and I'm hoping that at some point, I look how freaking fantastic Tyler Bate looks in that photo. I'm just hoping that at some point it will lead to Tyler actually being with Butch at some point because you can't have them in NXT and like, okay, bye, and Butch goes back to the main roster and Tyler is still down there after this. I feel like they'll play games, guys. But this again, fantastic, fantastic matchup. I like really enjoyed it. And yes, they won this matchup. How? uh, okay. I'm glad it was. I'm so glad you enjoyed yourself there, Corey. Truly, even with you like Cody Rhodes. But how did you feel about this matchup?
Oh my god, it was so much fun. Look at NXT UK carrying again, again. They're gonna deliver every time, like honestly. So I really did have a good time because it was just so like outlandish the stuff they was doing. Like it was fun. I feel like chaos. It was chaotic, but it was like organized chaos. It was just fun. I really really enjoyed it, and I'm happy with who won. And also Gallus. I like their shirt, their new shirt. I think it's cute. It's very simple. I always have a thing. I love a good white t-shirt, like a white wrestling t-shirt, because you don't really see a lot of it. It's always like the black background. Like I like it. Like that's a shirt I'm really considering getting because I don't mind Gallus. Yes, they're diabolical, but you know, they entertain. They do what they're meant to do. They're really good heels. They be getting people pissed a lot. So I enjoyed it.
I agree. I'm not as fan as Gallus as most people are personally, but I do think they really showed up in this match. Like truly, it was just really good. Corey, you about to get blocked again. You about to get blocked again because clearly we do shit. You about to blocked. Um, the only thing he's going to be taking is the path of sadness to the story that will not finish. But yeah, otherwise, again, fantastic match. Fantastic match. I truly, truly enjoyed this. And so this now leads us to the next segment, which was my guy, my BFF, John Cena, BFF right here. And so somebody said this, and somebody said this where they were saying it seems like John Cena is truly enjoying this run, and I'm gonna have to agree. He just seems so happy to be there. He really did. He seemed really happy to be there. He seemed really moved by the fact that the crowd was singing his theme, and we know that the crowd for years was doing shenanigans singing John Cena sucks. He seemed truly, truly, truly happy that the crowd was singing his song and they was just really with him. And I think he's really enjoying his time. But yeah, John Cena pretty much put over the importance of NXT. But during that, Bron Breakker will come out and interrupt him as he, seems to do. And so Bron Breakker does all of that, talks his smacky smack, and then they wind up coming to blows. Braun would go for a spear, but John will evade it, and then he would try to go for an attitude adjustment, but Braun Breakker will go outside the ring. I don't know how I feel necessarily about, it needing to happen at this moment, just because we knew about the main event later on. But otherwise, I was okay with John Cena being there because he's my guy. And it's just really nice to kind of see him having a good time. And I also did like at some point during the show he did make a reference to the fact that he can't be seen, and I thought that was really good because he gets the memes, guys. But otherwise, it was cool to see him here in NXT. So what were your thoughts about this segment?
It was funny. Honestly, John was really just saying stuff in the beginning. He cracks me up sometimes because he'll just be saying stuff. Like, he was like, you guys, you're here, and we're here, and I'm here. And I was like, John, I get it. You're trying to fill the time, but my God, like, you're stressing me out right now. Bron Breakker was getting the rub left and right. I'm telling you, like, they was putting him with everybody. Truth be told, when I first seen him come out, I said, go back. Don't do it. Because, listen, John Cena be cooking people real bad when it comes to that mic. You could maybe get him with the ring. You could maybe. But when it comes to that mic, he's cooking people bad. I said, Braun, go to that, please. I screamed it at my TV. I genuinely did. I was like, no, don't let him take you. But Braun actually held up very well. I was so happy. I was like, period, Braun, as you should. And yeah, I like this. This is a fun segment, honestly. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was pretty solid. I was surprised they were honestly cheering just because they've been on John Cena sucks for forever. And yes, it seems so. It seems so. But I love John Cena. That's my guy. So after this, there was a couple of segments. One being NXT showing a vignette of the history of Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyrie with some footage of them in 2018 training together. There was also a backstage interview with Tegan Knox told Lyra to give her the next NXT Women's Championship match first, but Lyra refused as she should have, because I'm like, ma'am, why? How you just thinking you taking matches? That's not how this works. And then there was also a segment with Cody Rhodes and the family, who they convinced to book a bada bing, bada boom, battle royal next week to determine the number one contender team for Halloween Havoc. So what were your thoughts on these segments?
Let me tell you how far removed from reality I am. I don't know what it was at the time, but I'm sitting here watching the whole Becky and Lyra package, and I said, "Oh my God, are they about to say that the Halloween Havoc is going to be in Dublin?" And I don't know why. I don't know why. I was like, "Oh my God, they're putting all the stops. They're going to Dublin." That's how I felt in the first 10 seconds of that, and I was like, "Oh no." No, they're just going over the story. But I don't know why that came across my mind. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, no, I loved it. I thought it was so cool. Them, reaching back and showing the history and everything. I thought it was really cool. So I'm more excited for this match. I think they're gonna kill it. It might be, I say, I think she might have an even better match with Becky than what Becky had with Tiffany. No shade to Tiffany. I just think that Lyra is such a she gets busy in that ring. She really does. She really does. Tegan, girl, what is you talking about? How you gonna tell somebody, hey, listen, I think I figured out how to beat this person. So even though I lost, I'm gonna have another match. So I just need you to wait. What, Tegan? What is we talking about? But you know what? I'm just happy to see her on TV, whether she's being delusional or not. I just want to see her. So that's it. Tony, I love the family. That's it. Get your little bada bing on. Get your bada bing on. And Dijak, did you see Dijak messy self in the back? I said, "Oh, I see you, Dijak. I see you. Don't try to sneak. Don't try to sneak. And what are you up to, Menace? Every time." But yeah, it's a lot that went on.
Yeah, I definitely did see Jack being a little messy. I was like, you need to go somewhere, sunglasses, you know. But yeah, Tegan, like, man, please. I listen, like, first of all, and this is not even to be funny because I don't wish injury on anybody, but like, how you gone for like mad long, like almost every time, and then you think you could just get matches handed to you, man, please. I don't even know how she got one the first time, honestly. Like, what did you do, Tegan, to get a match with Becky that time? What did you do? What did you do to get in line from everybody else there? Pure shenanigans. Okay, and so if she is turning, you don't use Lyra. Like, how many times? Oh, head, catch this 1 second. Hold on.
So the what I expected in the parentheses is actually killing me. It's killing me off. I'm not gonna lie. The what I expected. Thank you for the 100 bits, Mr. Bravo.
To that viewing rating comment, just like you might want to take that over to your guy TK, Tony Khan, because clearly somebody was hurt. Somebody was hurt. He was hurt for 3 days apparently. He was hurt before it. He was hurt the day of, and then he was hurt the day after. I've never seen, like, as somebody who can hold the grudge, because I can. That's craziness. Never seen these type of shenanigans. Honestly, truly, like, to be this upset, crazy work.
Very.
And honestly, even with John Cena, it's a Tuesday, and there's also other sports happening. I think people like I didn't expect anybody to hit a million. Truly, I didn't. I didn't expect anybody to hit a million. There's too much stuff happening right now. This is sports time. There's football happening. There's lots of happening right now. I just feel like, but to have him crying like every day, it's like I hope by the weekend you can let it go. Cause like if you still sad about this on like Sunday, it's a new week, my guy. You better get a journal and like write that out. Like you're crying more than my kids. It's crazy work. Like you need to be this upset about it. Like why are you this upset, Tony? Oh my god, I'm not gonna get a booker. Okay, all right. I'm sure Shawn Michaels is sad about not getting Booker the Year. Oh my god, what would he do? Okay. Undertaker and John Cena was on the show under a million. Are we really playing games? Are we playing these kind of games? Because like have Undertaker not been wrestling when they weren't hitting this level? I could have sworn Undertaker was. Undertaker has definitely been on the show a time or two where it was under a million. Because Undertaker is one of the old OGs. And I'm sure everybody didn't expect everybody to go hard about NXT when they barely can get a full, real extra audience because of the size. Like, calm down, Tony Khan. Calm down. Like, if you this pressed and you this hurt, get a journal. Journals are your friend. Get a stress ball. I don't know. Disrespectful. Like even calling people bald headed. It's like my guy. I'm sure Sean knows he's bald. I know Triple H knows he's bald. They've been bald for years. They are aware, my guy. They are aware. Uh, like, calm down. You're doing too much. And honestly, they're better than me because I would be talking my shit to Tony Khan. Like, you know, Tony, pull up. You want to play? You want to talk to these topics? Let's pull up. Okay, that's what we doing. Outside of that, though, you know, I don't know what the hell. Like, it was just too much. So back to Tegan. I don't know what she thought she was doing. Where she was talking about she was gonna get over Lyra. Like Lyra been working. She been trying to get this championship thing for months. Let it go. I don't know because I know people who go to the shows on a regular basis, like on a regular basis, and I think a lot of them was lining up truly because they wanted to see John Cena. They wanted to see The Undertaker. Like shit, if I was in Florida and I would have been there. I mean, Cody's announcements truly could have been done just because he didn't need to be there. A tweet would have sufficed, but that's just my personal preference. That's my it could have been a Twitter. But if I was in Florida and they was like shit, I could see John Cena a little bit closer. Even though I met John Cena because that is my BFF and everything, I would have been like, okay, but Betty, let's go. I would have been right there, like to see him and see the Undertaker again. When the last time I saw Undertaker, I was like 12. Like I mean that close. I mean literally. I would win too. I don't think it's a big deal that it was they were giving out tickets. They usually do give out tickets for free there. I know plenty of people go almost every week. But it's NXT. Like I feel like I don't think they was as shook as Tony because this is my thing, and I think I said this. The best way to show you're better is just to do better. Do your show, make it A1, and then talk your shit after. He did all that shit talking, and then you didn't even hit the rating like he was supposed to. And then when the ratings don't hit, now it's let's put Undertaker and John Cena in this. Why are you saying anything to them? John Cena didn't say shit to you. Who passed who?
Right. All John Cena do is tweet uplifting quotes on Twitter. Why is you bothering?
Right, like, John Cena don't bother nobody. Like you talk about John Cena and Undertaker, whose ass is only doing interviews talking about what he would have done to people in the past. We don't got time for that. Like you doing all that for what? You this upset that John Cena did his job, and the Undertaker did his job, and Paul Heyman did his job. Get real, like, calm down. It's not that deep. I don't even want to say they was that deep because supposedly, oh my god, they moved NXT from Wednesday, so now they got Tuesday. So let's get it together. Roderick, I feel like you clearly just you just throwing everybody in here, like just to do like. So all I'm saying is, you know, it wasn't like I know, but I don't think I expected NXT to do $1 million. I truly did not. I thought obviously they threw everything in the kitchen sink, and I thought it was funny. Every time I do an announcement, I was it looked like they were just like, here we go. But you sitting there getting mad on Twitter, it's like you are a CEO. I wish I did own the $1 billion company, and I'm sitting here like. F you guys, you bullheaded person. Like I know bullheaded people every day. B. I'm not gonna argue about that because, like, what are you? You are a CEO. Act like one, my guy. Do you need me to run your account for you? Do you need some assistance, Tony Khan? Let's get it together. You do too much. I guarantee you, if he's not on by Sunday, he's getting a tweet. Like I'm gonna have a tweet like, "Yo, my guy, calm down. Go call your therapist. Talk to her. Kumbaya. Meditation. I don't know what you need. Have a drink. Do something." Eat an edible. I don't know. Do something. Do something. Calm down. Calm down. He better be done with the ranting by tomorrow. I am so tired of it. I already muted him and he was still coming up on my thing. How are you coming up and I muted you? Like I muted everything AEW related so I can't see it and you were still popping up. That's how annoying you was being. Just saying. And I do know how to do basic social media etiquette. Like calm down. It's never that deep. You are a CEO. You're not us. You're not us. You are a CEO. Act like one. My bad, guys. That just annoyed me all over again. It's like he was doing too much. He was doing too much. She was too upset. But next up, we did get. It's known me. Like I bet you he did watch it. I bet you he did. Yes, and you know what? Just put this up here, Steph, because you know what, sis, you are right. Okay, that is moving the goalpost. At no point did NXT say they was hitting 1 million. They never said that because I don't think they've ever hit 1 million. So I don't think they'll be like, well, John Cena's here. I'm get that 1 million. They never said that. That's what AEW fans do when the same ones, oh, the ratings are great. When Tony Khan win his little collision day, it's great. But and I don't know if he really won one because SmackDown's on Friday and SmackDown is a better show. Okay, but like, oh my God, Tony Khan win as soon as like now NXT really win. Oh, ratings don't matter. Shut up. They were mattering 2 weeks ago when you thought Tony Khan did something. He not enough dancing, and even when people say happy birthday to him, you know who wasn't watching? Katrina wasn't watching. And you know who else probably wasn't watching? I bet you Shawn Michaels and go, well, let me go in my little office and dabble on the tea and let me watch you. He wasn't doing that. You know why? Because he got better things to do. How you watch it in your suite? I wish I would. If I don't like you, I'm not watching it. Would I say we got some good wrestling? Absolutely. There were some good things on AEW this week. I can say that. What my issue is with Tony Khan needing to calm down. I would say that, and I probably will lose my job right after because first of all, like, see, listen, I know me, and I have no poker face and no facial control. So truly, he said something, and I would have rolled my eyes. I'm like, what are you fucking talking about, Tony? And there goes my job. And I can't because you're doing too much. Like, and to be fair, I'm an equal opportunity person, so I say this to everybody. Like, we're not talking crazy. Like, calm down, relax. He's doing too much. He's doing too much. I will take his phone. I was like, let's just cut your Twitter account. Let's just deactivate this for a while. You need 2 months off. Don't act 2 months. I don't know. Go hug a baby. I don't know. Do something to calm yourself down. You're doing too much. It's too much. It's craziness. But yes, as wrestling fans, we really have been thriving in 2023. Truly been thriving. It's been some amazing wrestling happening all over. Truly. But I hope tomorrow he's not crying still because I can't. He's going to get tweet at some point. I'm like, you know what, Tony? Shut the hell up. For the love of God. Just stop. But now this leads us to our next match. I went the whole time. My bad, guys. Our next matchup, which was the NXT Championship match with Ilya Dragunov, obviously, and Dominic Mysterio, wrecked by LA Knight. LA Knight that nobody asked for, personally. Because he's another one I will talk about once we talk about this match. Okay? And so this, once again, I think one of the things I really appreciate about Dominic is truly how well he's able to kind of maneuver between matches. Personally, I think that this was a solid matchup between him and Ilya Dragunov. So before the matchup, Ilya Dragunov was Baron Corbin was interviewing with Mackenzie Mitchell, and he called Ilya Dragunov a coward for not giving him a title shot. And now y'all know how I feel about Baron Corbin. I was like, first of all, why do you need a title match, Baron Corbin? First of all, Ilya Dragunov just won the title. What, 2 weeks ago? It's been 2 weeks? What do you mean you didn't get a title shot? Like, he's been a champion for 2 years, and he was like, okay, well, you know who all might give a championship to? You, Baron. He didn't do that. No, you put him on the list, because he's annoying. He is annoying. I'm going to tell you why after, though, okay? And so he did all of that, and then call him a coward. And I was like, first of all, nobody asked it. So I don't really know why LA Knight was here, because I felt like it was unnecessary. There was a couple of moments like Dominic did slap Ilya Dragunov, which really seemed to set Ilya Dragunov off, and then he really did a bunch of chops, which was really solid. Rhea Ripley will distract LA Knight, and this allowed Dom to rake Dragunov's eyes and kind of throw him into the bottom rope, which again I thought was really smart heel work. It was also a moment where LA Knight had to originally throw out JD McDonough and Finn Balor because they were kind of involved, so he threw them out. And then Trick Williams even got involved to kind of stop Rhea Ripley, which I thought was really cute when she was wound up in Trick's arms at some point, and there was a lot of funny memes came from that too. And it was like, you know what? And I'm like, you know what? Same, my guy. If I pick, you know what? Listen, Rhea. I mean, she has to pick me up because I'm kind of tiny. You know, let's call stuff spade here. Katrina, yeah, and honestly, Rhea could have caught me too. Like I can't pick up Rhea because she's a lot bigger than me, but she can catch me if she wants to. You know, whatever, sis. I'm here. But I thought it was a little cute little moment. But otherwise, I thought this was another fantastic match, and this shows how much Dominic grew. Honestly, This really showed how much he grew over since he started. But also, again, Alan Dragunov is freaking Alan Dragunov, and you expect like truly nothing better from him. Um, but anyway, this matchup will end with Alan Dragunov doing an H bomb and a torpedo Moscow to win this matchup. And I believe LA Knight even allowed Asuka to push Dominic Mysterio. Obviously, it was kept to the last minute. This is very physical, and I thought, if anything, they showed why Dragunov is going to be a good champion. I still, again, do not understand why LA Knight was involved in any of this, but otherwise, this was a solid match. What were your thoughts? I would have been the damsel in distress. I would have been like, and that would have been it. It would have been over. Like, you could take me, Rhea, it's fine.
When I first watched the match, what I could watch, because somebody did me bad and put Jay White's match on at the same time, and I'm so sorry. I had to go back to watch it. I'm so sorry. Yeah, no, they definitely ate up. They did their big one. Like, you know, I think people a lot of times try to make it seem like Dominic cannot wrestle, and I don't know where that narrative came from. It's actually very insane, because he definitely does get busy. He's had some really entertaining, fun matches, and yet this weird narrative keeps following him that he can't wrestle. I don't understand who's starting this, but they have to stop, literally. Because I mean, I really enjoyed it. I think it was really good once I went back and watched it. I'm like, the stuff with Rhea, like, Rhea's just funny. Like, she's just such a well-rounded individual. Like, everything about her is just like the tea. Everything is the tea with her. Like, I just love it. I love the little pigtails with the hair. I'm like, yes. And the stuff with Trick as well. Like, that's cute. Like, it was a funny moment. I popped a bit. Yeah, I didn't see this going any other way. Dragunov was not taking no loss. So, yeah. I liked it. Yeah, definitely, for sure. They definitely did their thing, and I'd love to see them run it back, honestly.
Again, I thought this was really fantastic. And yeah, it was a cool moment, even though they made that a thing with like Otis and Mandy at some point. But like, it was a cute little moment, and Rhea is just, listen. That is, I've been a fan of Rhea for years. Okay, there's somebody that I hope every time I have to think of Rhea and not me and her, he feels my rage. Chris. He the reason. Okay, I didn't meet my girl. Okay, so one day when I can meet her, and if you know she can just like, I'm gonna just state like magically just right here and be like, help me, Rhea, help, help. I'm gonna become a dazzling distress all of a sudden. But yes, otherwise I thought this was fantastic. And yeah, I don't know. People were just saying, people were so sure he was gonna be shitty, and I didn't comparing him to Hook from AEW, and I'm like, I don't know what the hell Hook is doing right now. So tell me. I mean, he might be doing something, and I just, no matter where, because I don't really watch AEW.
He be tagging with Orange Cassidy a lot lately.
Yeah. But yeah. Let me tell you before I go to the next couple segments why I don't like LA Knight. First of all, I don't like that. Yeah. I don't like that. Yeah. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You guys, you fans, are the reason he is saying that shenanigans. Y'all the reason. Yeah. How about no? No. Negative. Nah. How about that? We'd ask for that. Okay? 1. 2. Then he want to get on press conference talking about why I care about John Cena. Excuse you? Why do we care about John Cena? Us, the fans? Will you be important in 20 years? I don't think so, LA Knight. I'm just saying. Well, I'm going to be like in 20 years. Oh my God, LA Knight. That one match you had. Yay. Me. No. But you know who I'm talking about 20 years later? My guy. My BFF, John Cena. So that's why I don't like him. Because don't be getting there talking. Don't be talking spicy. You wish you was John Cena. Okay? He can go do his movie roles and come on back, and people are happy. You're going to go LA Knight and you could be gone for a couple of months, and your thing will be done. It'll be over, and that's what you get talking shit. Be talking about John Cena like that, okay? Y'all the reason he's saying yeah, and it's a thing. Yeah. No, I'm not impressed. Well, she could talk in the mic. Well, then so can I. Give me one. I can talk some shit. Give me a mic. Okay? This is what we doing. Okay? It's gonna be that. It's enough for me. Enough. Okay? Pure shenanigans. Y'all are the reason he's even a thing. I blame y'all for this. That he's sitting here at press conference thinking he is more important than John Cena. Okay. All right. Sure. That's what we're doing today. I guess. Pure shenanigans. Let's bring it in. With that being said, there was a couple of segments after this. So Baron did confront Cody Rhodes, demanding an NXT championship match. And so Cody said he would need to beat Dijak, and whoever wins Braun and Carmelo to win a number one contender shot. Personally, if I was Cody, I would be like, get in my face, Baron Corbin, because nobody cares. And then Nathan Frazier also felt the need to confront Dominic, saying he also now won a shot at the North American Championship. So what were your thoughts about this matchup? And about these segments?
Nathan, you could go ahead and get your little title shot, get over with. I don't see him winning right at this moment. But you know what? It's going to be a fun match. So there's that. Baron, boy, if you don't go on somewhere, because you starting to stress me out. You really are. That's it. That's all I have to say. Like, you stress me out. Like, cut it out.
Because I will. In this situation, it's no. We not for this. Like, y'all gonna, you know what? See, wait a minute. Because as they should. Nobody is asking for Baron Corbin. Nobody is going on every week and be like, you know who I want to see? Baron. Nobody says this. And if they do, why? Why do you want to do this? Why do you want to be bored this bad? Do you need help, my friend? Do you need assistance? Because why? That's what he deserves. He deserves to be cut off. And as far as you, Corey, you about to lose my friendship with these shenanigans. Okay? You about to lose my friendship. We must not be friends now, okay? Because why are we doing this? Okay? Why are we doing this? Why? Why are you putting this type of negativity in the air? He wishes. He's not even the tribal chief's boot. That's not what he even is. Like, stop playing. So, Corey, we about to lose friendship right now because clearly you want to irritate my soul. Clearly. Yes. Because I cannot stand Baron Corbin. Like, when I tell you people that just make me feel rage, him, Goldberg, and Cody Rhodes. For like, just I see their faces and I feel anger. I really be like, why? Who is asking for any of this? Okay, it's just no. Corey is he's about to lose my friendship because he's playing games right now. Okay, and like, see why are we doing this? Because you know what? Let me get to the next match because I see what y'all doing right now. You're trying to get me extra worked up. I'm trying to behave today. I'm trying. Anyway, we have the women's action with the next round of the women's breakout tournament with Danny Palmer versus Lola Vice, who was accompanied by Elektra Lopez. And so, the crowd was really behind Lola. It's something I did notice. They were saying Lola was going to kill you. I'm not really sure why. That to me is always like an indie chant, personally. And I'm like, is she that? I mean, she's good, but let's calm down now. Let's relax. But this was okay. I thought a bit of it was a bit sloppy, personally, and I guess but Lola really beat up Danny during all of this. Honestly, it was kind of ridiculous, truly, how much, and that's because I think Danny can wrestle a little bit, that it shouldn't have been that, There was a moment where Danny escaped the chokehold, but then she wound up running into the spin kick, which will actually cause her to lose. This was obviously the most, I guess, regular type of NXT match because of everything that's been going on for the night. But this was a very short match. I think it was about 3 something to 4 minutes. Lola did dominate, and while I would say I do see her at some point being a star, my thing with people who are in other fighting type realms going to wrestling is they have to make it look like wrestling, and they don't do that well for me. And that's my thing. I do think that I do see Lola. I did like the selling she did at the end, where she was like selling being hurt, but she was still dancing. And I was like, I respect that. But I do think this match showed this to me in particular, that yeah, I mean, it was not long. I guess, I mean, I felt like it kind of counted to about 4. So I don't know, with like after introductions, I mean. Um, but yeah, it was a bit sloppy for me. And that made me not like it as much as I could have because it wasn't as crisp as it needed to be. But I do think for both of them that they'll have time to, get it together at some point. And I do think at some point Lola will definitely be a star, but she needs to work on something. She definitely do. We cannot ignore things because people are pretty. Wrestling fans love doing that when people are not that good yet. And y'all be like, oh my God, they're amazing. And I'm like, yeah, they're pretty. Yes. But they need to work on something. So she needs to work on a little bit more, as do Danny. But otherwise, for what it wasn't bad. What were your thoughts on this matchup?
I think the girlies really gave it in this match. Like I feel like for the time that they had, they definitely did some stuff. Like even like when you showed that kick, like I was just like, my goodness, like that was such great precision with that. But I mean, I guess from her previous profession, that's like to be expected. I enjoyed this, and I think Danny Palmer, she has a lot about her that's super like. She kind of reminds me of like Casey. I'm sorry, no, Katana Chance, and like they be doing some of the craziest stuff in the ring that I've never seen. Like they're very like agile. So I really like her. But yeah, Lola definitely like she's rising up in my like books. Like for sure. I think she has a great look. I mean, she's clearly gorgeous. And I think there's a foundation there, 100%. Like from the precision of her kicks and stuff like that. Like I really do. So I'm into it. And I mean, I figured Lola was gonna win. Like I didn't think that she was not, honestly. So
I did too.
Yeah, it went exactly how I expected it to. So yeah, no, it was fun. I enjoyed it.
No, like I said, she's pretty, and well, just to comment, I said she's been wrestling since January. It's under a year, and best believe you can tell. I think some of you guys ignore things because people are pretty. This is what happened with Tiffany. Y'all ignore things because she's pretty. She's very pretty, and yes, she has really good kicks. The kicks will not get you far in regards to you need to do some other stuff. I can take Asuka kicking because Asuka can wrestle. And so I just think she needs to tune some things, and like the things that people complained about with Jade, then you're gonna have to give everybody the same, like, listen, sometimes it's okay to just need a little bit precision. Just a little bit more. She just need a little bit more tuning, honestly. But I did think she was gonna win. I did. I mean, I guess. If that's what she wanna do. That's what she wanna do. Okay. I mean, I guess. I'm gonna mess with somebody from New York. I mean, I guess. So that's the game one place. But anyway. Otherwise, I didn't think I thought she was going to win. It was obvious. But I'm curious what they're going to do with Electra Lopez. I feel like every time she seems like she might be doing something, then they put her kind of managerial type role, and I'm like, sis, are you going to be wrestling or what? Like, I don't know. But after this matchup, there was a couple of segments. One being where JC Jade interrupted Chase U's class, and then announced that Andre Chase and Duke would have a number 1 contender match next week. There was also a segment where Brian Pillman Jr. Explained that he will be taking the last name King because he didn't particularly like being under his father's shadow and his legacy, blah, 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 blah. And then there was also a segment with Asuka with many of the women backstage showing respect. And then Tiffany came and got into it with Fallon Henley because after she interrupted her interaction with the Empress, Asuka. So, what were your thoughts on those little segments?
The meet and greet for Asuka was too funny to me, but real. It was so real though.
Right, because I would have been right in there, like, all right, sis, let me meet you too. Would have been right there, meet her.
Right
So
there.
it was real. It was real.
Let me tell you, it would have the line. I would have stood on it longer than what they was waiting outside NXT. Absolutely. I'm sorry, just laughing. Okay, and what was the other thing you said? I'm sorry, because that Oscar thing just took me.
JC telling about Andre and Duke having a match, and that's going to the class, and Brian Pillman Jr.
Okay, so JC, girl, who is giving her jurisdiction to be making all these plans and stuff? She's up to something. We all know she's up to something. Anyone who doesn't think that JC is up to something, you're being obtuse. Lexus King, listen, I'm down. I'm riding with you. I don't care. I'm riding with you. Period. And your hair was blown out. Don't play with him. Don't play with his tresses. Don't. I liked it. I think it's different. I think it's best for him to, carve out his own path. I think he's been under that shadow because he looks so much, like his dad, and it was too much. So this is great for him. I really, really am excited about this. Like I told you, I just want him to flourish. You're not gonna hear me say nothing negative about him unless he's having a match with Finn Balor. Then it's up. But other than that, oh, he's great. He you don't got no trouble for me. Just don't have a match with Finn Balor.
I already know if that happens, you are automatically going for Finn. I feel like everybody is aware of this. I feel like this is like the exception to rule. It's like there's some people I'm like, I'm sorry guys. I like you both, but there is one who's a little bit better in my book, personally. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with him taking a name different, I guess, move away from his dad. But it's like, why are you gonna say you? I don't know. I feel like it's a very weird thing to say after watching a documentary. It's like, do you really hate your father's legacy, but you sitting there like sad on documentary? I feel like it's a very hard thing for me to buy because of that documentary. Like, you seem hurt, okay? And yes, the documentary is also why as we have said before when we reviewed it, that we do want good things for him. We want him to thrive, and I don't think they used him on AEW personally. But I don't know. I feel like you could do a name change without saying you hated his. Like, we don't have to do all that. Like, you can just say I'm gonna carve something for myself. Like, all right, my guy, you do you, but you don't gotta say like, oh, my father's shadow. Blah blah. Like, why you gotta say all that? You're not the only person gonna wrestle dad. You want a mini, okay? And I'm honestly surprised Chris didn't say anything because he likes to go about people's dead dads and all. Like, you would think he would say something like that. You would think. But my point is, like, you're not the only person with a wrestling dad or wrestling family. You are one of many. And so I'm like, you don't have to say all that. That's great. That's craziness. But I am okay with him carving a name for himself because we all do that sometimes. We do. See, listen, he be starting. He be really be starting. Like, he be liking people. He be liking us to be upset, clearly. Because why would you even say that? She clearly said that, if that happens, she gonna be rooting for Finn. And you're like, you know what? Book it. What?
You're doing all this manifesting, but you have yet to manifest me a lotto ticket.
Like, right? Give me some money. I want to go somewhere, Or like she said before, Steve Blackman, because she was waiting. I love that you posted that story from 2018.
That's what I'm saying.
I respect it. I respect it. It's the vibe. It is the same vibe. I respect it. But this now brings us to the main event, as we knew, which was Carmelo Hayes with John Cena versus Bron Breakker, who was accompanied by Paul Heyman. And so there was, because I forgot to mention, there was a little thing early in the show, or where they did show Paul Heyman talking to Ava, which we all know is Rock's daughter. And so I'm like, I try to do some stuff, guys. Like, I try to do something. But this matchup was pretty freaking solid. So John did talk to Carmelo and Trick backstage before this. And that's when he made a comment about Trick being able to see him, which I thought was cool. And he takes Carmelo off to kind of talk to him. And then again, Paul did talk to Ava. And then he also gave Bron Breakker a pep talk before it. And so theirs was pretty solid for what it was. I thought this was very competitive. I think this was very well done, but we already seen Carmelo and Bron Breakker kind of fight previously, and so I feel like it wasn't anything that we wasn't aware of what we were going to see. I thought again it was very well done, very competitive. There was a moment where Braun planted Carmelo with a military plus slam, which I thought was really well. And he tried to use the steel steps, but John took that away and punched Bron Breakker, I guess, to avoid him doing that. But this was, again, pretty freaking solid. However, Braun did have Carmelo on the ropes, and there was a bit of a distraction ringside because Solo Sikoa, which I was not surprised, showed up and they started to brawl in the back. And so this allowed Carmelo to catch Braun with the nothing but net to win this match. And just to reference that, I don't know why he was spelling out bloodline. Like, my guy, was she 5? Like, why are you sitting here like, if she can read? But otherwise, this is a really good match. I think this was mostly for NXT to kind of showcase the two of the guys, which was, Carmelo and Braun. But this was a fantastic match. However, there was also a bit of a appearance from the Undertaker, who kind of came back in Biker Taker, which I was a little surprised by. And yes, Carmelo is my guy, and I like Braun, but Carmelo is my guy. And so he did come, Biker Taker, I do like that they waited to the end because they already said that he was supposedly might be coming, and I thought that this wasn't supposed to be anything but just for him to be there, just because, like, we don't expect, I would hope, truly, that Undertaker don't try to come back and wrestle. Like, let it go, my guy. Let it go. Please, little God, let it go. But he did come out there and kind of talk to Braun, and it kind of started, like, like it might have gone somewhere, and then he did hit Braun with a right hand, and then he did a choke slam, which Braun did get up for. And then he said that he just met the biggest badass in the business, as Braun does call himself a badass. And then afterwards, he walked out with Carmelo to stand tall, which, again, I thought was super awesome for Carmelo because he truly got to hang out with John Cena, Paul Heyman, and Undertaker in one night, which is pretty freaking cool. And I would like to say, Corey, because I did see your post earlier about your post being used, your shot being used, and things. So super awesome. Congrats on that. But yeah, this otherwise was solid, and it was meant to obviously there to get more people on the match with John and Paul being there. But obviously, this is also to highlight two guys who are really solid in NXT. And so, what were your thoughts on this matchup?
They ate up. And I just found that, like, it doesn't matter. They both aren't champions at this point, but you still can see who they consider to be their guys. You really can. Even with Braun, he's been doing a lot of side missions, yet he is still their guy. He got a lot of moments tonight. He got to be John Cena, Paul Heyman, Taker. Like, they was giving it up for him. And same thing with Carmelo. Those are their guys, regardless of if they are the NXT champion or not. That's it. And also the same thing I feel with Roxanne as well. Like, that's their girl. So she's going to be the first person they think about when it's like, oh, we're going to have Asuka wrestle someone. You. Of course. I get that. I mean, Mello and Braun have amazing chemistry. They always have. Like, I've never disliked any of their encounters, so I didn't think it was going to start that night. So I definitely really, really enjoyed it. And Taker, like, that was so, I don't know. I was laughing. I laugh at everything. I don't know. Everything just be funny to me. Even when it's not funny, it just be funny. But him saying, I think he said something like, oh, there's always a bigger badass or something. I said, oh, I know that's right. You subbing. It's all right. I feel it. I'm with it. I like it. It's sassy. I like it. So, you know what, Taker? You get your flowers. I'm giving you your 10s because you definitely was popping yours. You was popping your shit. But I really did enjoy NXT as a whole. Like, they definitely ate up. I mean, I get the whole thing with April because it's like Schism is done. It's done. Schism is done. She's done. There's nothing else you can do with her. So we got to figure out something because y'all not going to do her bad. Y'all can't do her bad. You got to make sure she's taken care of. Period. So bring her up. Let's do it. I'm ready. She gonna, you know what? And when she joined the bloodline, the way she be talking, because she sell a story. I tell you, Roman, just stand there, hand the mic to her, let her do it for you, let her do the heavy lifting, because she cool. She gonna do her thing on the mic every time. I really like that about Ava. That's one thing she does not lack in. When people bring up her in-ring, that's fair. But when it comes to like grasping onto a character and talking, oh, she got that down. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So yeah, loved it. Happy camper here.
Yeah, otherwise it was a solid show. Like I said, I did catch certain AEW matches afterwards, just like to see certain ones I like was okay with. But otherwise, I thought they did what they were supposed to do. Um, I really don't. Again, I do hope that for the ones who are really upset or pressed about Tuesday, let it go. It's over. We're on it's over. We're about to be on Friday. That was almost like let it go. I promise it's fine. Um, but otherwise, it was solid NXT. It don't need to hit a million, Tony. To be solid, it was solid. It was good to see John Cena. That's my guy. And I love Paul Heyman in general, just because he's such a good freaking. He's just a good mouthpiece, truly. And so, and you know what? Because he said, I mean, he Dwayne did say supposedly the match with him and Roman was supposed to happen. I don't know how true that was, but being that everything is happening, you know.
Oh my God. Do you know what they could do? Do you know what they could do? So now, I like to pull from nostalgia a little too much sometimes. Ava could start running with Bloodline. She gets hurt in the process of whatever Roman's doing. And then, Rock got to pull up. Kind of like similar to the stuff with like The Rock and Stone Cold and Deborah. Like, Rock is going to pull up like, you put my kid at risk. Now I'm about to whoop you. Oh my God. I want to see it now.
I mean, as long as, because I was laughing at people who were showing them clips of this, my why they're talking about why is The Rock, Ava's doing this and Rock is sitting here doing dances. And I'm like, stop playing, guys. Like, it was on his neck for no reason. Like, but I mean, maybe it's very possible because as we know, Roman is his character currently is a bit narcissistic. And he can gaslight like a mother because he damn sure gaslighted the Usos mad times. He was just gaslighting. So I mean, it's very possible that it can be something to kind of draw this match with Roman anyway. And it makes more sense for him to go after Roman than just be like, surprise, I'm his relative, and this is like let's you. It's they can do something if they do it well, and I feel like having Paul Heyman on the sleeve with Abel will probably help her greatly. Truly. So we'll see. But otherwise, NXT was amazing. I liked it, and again, I'm hoping anybody who's supposed to worry about NXT, let it go. Like I don't know, burn some incense, do something, but let it go. It's not that serious. I promise you, next week we'll be here. NXT will be Tuesday. Dynamite will be on Wednesday, and all will be well. It's fine. It's fine. But that is it for our NXT recap. Thank you guys as always, even with the shenanigans I seen in this chat all night. It was shenanigans, just shenanigans all around. Okay, y'all was itching to be blocked, itching. Y'all was wanting me to put my finger and go no, blocked. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us every week. Shay, tell everybody what you got going on and where they can find you. Do not do it.
I can't even. So you can catch a new episode that we just posted for the Big Pop Theory verbal. I'm trying to find the right word, my brain. But Spotify, Google Podcasts, or I forget, Google Apps, something with Google, and Apple. That's where you can find it. We had a lot to talk about, as you guys know. I of course, I had a lot to say. that was Monday. We'll have a new one next Monday. You can catch me back here Thursday, and I am thinking about. I'm working on something, but it's not yet, so I'm not gonna go say nothing. But I'm working on it. And you can catch me at Shay Sawyer _ and you can catch me on Shay Sawyer on Twitch. I stream on there once in a while, you know. Yeah.
As for me, you guys can catch me on my channel in Cat We Trust. I'm on social medias in Cat We Trust, Threads, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, E3. I did just do a horror video with homie Justin talking about the Halloween series, and we talked, and there were some funny gems in that little episode, and so please go check that out. I am doing Halloween content all of October to just because finally, because I love my horror. I have some more guests coming on to talk about some stuff. We're gonna talk about Exorcist Believer. We're gonna get Freddy. We're gonna do Nightmare on Elm Street with Shantice. I'm even doing some true crime with my girly Jen Savani. And so it's gonna be awesome. And so definitely check that out if you can. Obviously on Mondays, catch me. Listen, because The Conjuring is my comfort movie. I watch that all the time, like background. It's crazy. Like I watch it every. I'm like, all right, greatness in The Conjuring. With that being said, I have some issues with the other stuff in the Conjuring series because shenanigans. Like I have some beefs with some of the movies. They was doing pure shenanigans. But I do want to do the Conjuring series because that's one of my favorite movies, and the Conjuring itself. So maybe, but if anybody's interested, let a girl know, let a girlie know, because I would like to do some more just because. But yes, check that out. As always, on Mondays, I am with my girlie Steph talking about WoW superheroes, and WoW superheroes are super awesome. So check that out if you don't. And obviously, here with my twinny twin, Sunshine Shay, to talk about NXT. And as always, guys, we truly, truly appreciate you guys. I like most people do what Shay do by backing up when I say I watched The Conjuring. It's a comfort movie for me. Like I'd be like, oh, I'm what you do? I'm watching Conjuring, like just regular. It's like light work, personally. But as always, guys, even with the shenanigans you guys give me every week, they get my pressure up, they get me stressed. I probably gained the gray hair just talking to y'all today because I was doing shenanigans. But I love you guys. I do truly. I do. Even with the shenanigans. And we appreciate you guys always, every week, hanging out with us, making us laugh, doing shenanigans, starting stuff in the comments. We love you guys. And until next time, guys, we will